Everyone is talking about the Google Workspace CLI, and that also for a good reason, because it gives you programmatically access to over 92 skills, which allow you to interact directly, for instance, with Google Drive, Sheets, Gmail, and so forth. And the reason why that matters is because AI assistants such as Claude Code or any other large language model that supports tool calling will be able to execute a CLI command, which means you can simply talk to the system. The AI agent will then understand what you want to do, call a specific skill, execute the command, which will allow you, for instance, to save directly data to Google Sheets, analyze your emails, set up a call in Google Calendar. And you can also create on top of that custom skills, which I will also show you in a bit. So as an example, I created a skill for the Google Search Console, which allows me to analyze the performance of a website. And afterwards, I can use any other skill to, for instance, send a report by using Gmail, saving the data into a spreadsheet, or for instance, take this data and create a Google Slide report. But before I show you that in action, it's important to understand two core concepts. And the first one is a CLI and also what is a graphical user interface. And most likely you're used to a graphical user interface where you, for instance, go to Google Drive and then you create a simple file by visiting the browser. But you can do exactly the same by using a terminal with access to the specific command line interface, which means both of them will create the same result, except that you had to go to the Google Drive page. And with the CLI, you can do it simply by writing a command. And that's also what makes it so powerful for agents, because they can work much better with CLIs instead of controlling your browser. And while we are already here, let's also talk quickly about what is a terminal and a command line interface, because if you're not used to coding, then this is most likely unfamiliar for you. But the good thing, it's actually quite simple. So a terminal is simply a window. So it's kind of a canvas or environment where you can, for instance, interact directly with your machine. But there are also well-known other CLIs that you can use inside of a terminal. So in a nutshell, it's just a window which allows you to type the command, while the CLI includes the implementation of these specific commands. And to give an example, most likely you heard about Git, NPM, or Docker. So these are kind of the language that you speak inside the room. And the same, of course, for the Google Workspace CLI, while at the end of the chain is a service. And in this case, it would be, for instance, the API for Google Drive, Sheets, Slides, Calendar, and so forth. And the last thing I want to mention before we have a look into the demo is what actually makes the Google Workspace CLI stand out. Because on the surface, it might sound just like another Google integration, but it's actually simplifying a lot. And here on the left side, this is what building an AI agent that has access to your Google services would look like. You want to access Google Drive, Gmail, or the Sheets API, then you need to set up the credentials, configure the scopes, write the integration code. So for instance, you would need Python or any other programming languages and then perform HTTP requests. Or as an alternative, you can also use a software development kit for different programming languages. For instance, a specific Python package that has implementations for interacting with the API from Google Drive, which means you will need an implementation for every service you want to use. And if we now look at the right side, so with the Google Workspace CLI, then you set it up once, which means you will have a single interface. You only have to authenticate once. And there's also only one configuration, which makes it also really easy for Claude Code or any other AI assistant to simply execute a simple command to directly access services from Google. Right, then let's continue with the demo. And I have already the Google Workspace CLI installed, so I can simply enter the command GWS, where I could also now start to use it directly. But instead, I want to make use of the skills that are also available in the repository. And for that, I will first start Claude. And if I now type in the command skills, then we can see that there are a bunch of skills for interacting with the different services. And of course, there's also the custom skill, which is a GWS Search Console. So the skills that I created with Claude Code. And let's start really simple. So we will just ask for an analysis of the Google Search Console data. So I can simply type in analyze my website, sc-domain marvomatic.com. And now Claude Code knows that it has to execute the skill, which is the GWS Search Console. So it will now execute a Python script. And afterwards, it will present me the key KPIs, so total clicks, impressions, average click-through rate, but also the key observations. And let's say I want to save that directly into Google Sheet or a Google Docs document, and then it will execute a command from the GWS CLI. So as an example, take the key observations and save that into a Google Doc document. And now it starts to use the skill GWS Docs Write. It knows that it has to create first a document. Afterwards, it will take the data from the previous message, will analyze it, and then save that data into a Google Doc document. And if everything worked out, then we should be able to see the analysis now in a Google Doc document. And as you can see, it worked. But of course, this looks kind of bad because it's not properly formatted. But we can also check if Claude Code is able to format it properly and then updating it by using again the Google Workspace CLI. We can simply say, please format it better by using headings and bullet points. And after giving Claude Code access to quite a few commands, let's check if it also worked. It's definitely not perfect, but already a little bit better. So in this case, most likely it makes more sense to use already an existing template and then just filling out placeholders. That's also what I do usually in my N8N automations. Let's have a look quickly into another example. And since I also added the scope for Google Drive, I can now also ask for my files. An example, list my recent files from Google Drive. And now Claude Code returns the 10 most recently modified drives in Google Drive by using also a skill that is coming from the Google Workspace CLI. And before I show you how to install it, let's quickly go through the repository together. And first of all, even though it's quite new, it's already quite popular. So as you can see, it has now roughly 18,000 stars on GitHub, and it got most of them quite fast. I would say it's definitely right now a really popular repository. Apart from that, it's also important to mention that this is not an officially supported Google product. I already saw that others said it is, but it's definitely not. And there's also another important thing, which is that this project is currently under active development, which means if you install it today, it might be possible that something won't work tomorrow because something broke due to a breaking change or something else. And before you install it, it also makes sense to have a look into the agent skills. So here's a skill index where you can see which operations and also services are supported. And as of now, there are over 90 skills for interacting with different services. All right, then let's continue with the installation. And in order to make it as easy as possible for you, I also took care of uninstalling it. So if I now type in the command GWS, then it's not available anymore because I deinstalled it, which means that the command won't work anymore. And there are different options for installing it. And in case you have Node.js installed, then you can simply copy the npm install command, which I would also recommend because it's really straightforward. And also installing Node.js is quite simple, which means I will simply copy it and then go back to my terminal and then execute it. So now the Google Workspace CLI is installed, but we still need to do the authentication. And for that, there are again different options, but I would recommend second option because even though the first option does kind of everything for you and it's also really fast, it's still important to know what you're doing because you have to configure a few things in the Google Cloud Console. And whenever there's something where you have to create a credential, I would always recommend to do it by yourself. If you have already configured a OAuth consent screen and also a desktop credential, then you can use that and skip this step. But in case you didn't do it before, then it's important that you don't skip any step in the next few minutes. So the first thing is to set up the OAuth consent screen. And for that, you need to go to your Google Cloud Console, then click on the burger menu and then go to APIs and services. And then the fourth option, OAuth consent screen. And most likely it will look the same for you. So you can simply click on Get Started, then enter an app name. So in this case, I will just use Demo YouTube. Enter here your email address, click on Next, select for the audience external, click on Next, enter here again your email address. And the last step, agree the terms and click on Continue. And now we can create it. And now it's really important that you add yourself as a test user under the audience field. So You can do that by clicking here on the Add Users button and then type in your email address you want to add. So in this case, it would be your Gmail address. Click on Save, and then you're done with the OAuth consent screen. But we are still missing the credential. And for that, we need to go to again API and Services, but then this time click on Credentials, and then click on Create Credentials here. Select the OAuth client ID. And for the application type, you need to choose Desktop App. And then you can also set a proper name, but in this case, I would just tell it Demo YouTube, and then click on Create. Now, this part is really important, and it's also blurred because it contains sensitive information, but you will find here a button which says Download JSON. Once you have the JSON file, which contains your client ID and also client secret, it's important to put it also in the right location, which is the config folder under your user. So in this case, it will be .config GWS, and then we also have to rename it to client secret. So grab the file from the downloads folder, rename it, and then put it into the config under GWS. The next thing we have to do is to go through the authentication process, because now we have the client secret file, but we don't have a token yet with the right scopes. And for that, we can execute the command GWS auth login. So I can copy that, go back to your terminal, execute it, and then you can also select the scopes. And in case you want to exclude a scope, then you can simply click on your space key. And I would recommend to deactivate all the scopes that you won't use. As an example, let's say you don't want to use the system for interacting with Gmail, so you don't want to read emails, write emails, or something like that. Then I would highly recommend to not include the scope by deselecting it. Once you're happy with the scopes, you can click on Enter. And then you will get a URL which you have to copy, because this URL now contains all the scopes that we selected before. Open a new browser and then paste the link. So I do that on the other screen because it contains also sensitive information. But then it will ask you to log in with your Gmail account. And depending on the scopes you selected, you will see something like that. So you need to click here on Select All and then click on Continue. And now you are able to use the Google Workspace CLI. That's it regarding the installation of the Google Workspace CLI. And in case you do have any questions or get stuck, then feel free to leave a comment. And if you want to learn more about AI tools and in general how you can leverage tools such as Claude Code or also orchestration tools like n8n, then feel free to check out my community where I cover all of these topics in detail. Thanks for watching, and we will see each other in the next video.